What's happening, guys? Joe Clem 15 coming back at you finally. Had to get the microphone fixed, but it's fixed, so I'll be making videos as usual. Um, right out the gate, I'm gonna tell you guys what I think about the Pacquiao Marquez fight. Third installment of this trilogy. I felt like Marquez won 8 rounds to 4. Um, I can't give you my prediction because that video was all silent. But what I said was I had Pacquiao winning by decision. I felt like if Pacquiao did not get the knockout early, which was a high possibility, I felt that Marquez would give him all kinds of problems, but would not get rewarded the decision. And that's somewhat, well, in my opinion, that's what happened. I felt like Marquez would not possibly get the knockout, at least not within 12 rounds. And I didn't think that he was going to dominate Pacquiao to the point where he could be rewarded a decision. Um, Pacquiao is being promoted by a powerhouse promotion, Top Rank, and Marquez is going in with his own promotions, Marquez Promotions, or whatever you want to call it. There's no way that he's going to come out with a decision when you have one of the biggest draws in boxing and a potential Mayweather fight in the future or another big money fight. No way. So I had Pacquiao by the decision. I didn't think I thought Marquez was going to be able to survive the early rounds, um, and ultimately be able to adjust and give Pacquiao problems, which he did. Uh, as far as the fight goes, I mean, I watched it probably like 4 or 5 times now. I still get the same result: 8 rounds to 4, maybe 7 rounds to 5. Um, both with British commentary and HBO commentary. I try not to let anything biased, you know, get to me because it seemed like prime time and British time they were more so going for Marquez, and HBO was super duper going for Pacquiao. And Jim Lampley has to be the worst commentary in terms of how action goes. The guy screams about punches that don't land and doesn't point out when punches don't land. So he just super gets on my nerves. But as far as the overall fight goes, um, it's pretty much what I expected. Uh, it's kind of ironic to me because I felt like Pacquiao hurt himself more in this fight by fighting smarter. I think what gave Marquez so much trouble in those first two fights was Pacquiao's stupidity and unpredictability. Kind of like when you face somebody in a video game and they're kind of new to it, they don't know what you're doing, and because they don't know what they're doing, they do shit that's like super unexpected and it throws you off, and they're like successful off of it. I mean, eventually it catches up with them and you're able to dominate them because they don't know what they're doing, which is pretty much the story of the first two fights and this fight. But well, no, not this fight, the first two fights. But in the beginning, it's kind of hard because they're doing different stuff that's totally unorthodox. In this fight, you could tell that Freddie Roach put an emphasis on, hey, he was countering you successfully in the first two fights, so this time, don't make it so easy for you to be countered. I actually think Pacquiao should have been more, uh, maybe more wild or more unpredictable because now that he was forced to fight a more technical match against a technician, I don't think that benefited him very well. I mean, I guess either way he kind of be screwed. If you come in wild and unpredictable, you might catch Marquez off guard with some stuff, but eventually Marquez is gonna adjust and counterpunch you. If you come out technically, trying to be technical with a technician, Marquez was going to outbox you. Pacquiao's problem is that he lacks versatility. He can only fight coming in with two jabs and a left hand, and sometimes he mixes the variety up. But that's his base. That's his basic meat to the sandwich. Um, he doesn't know how to fight on the inside, and he can't walk somebody down. He doesn't know how to cut off the ring, and he doesn't go to the body. So with all those things, I mean, I don't see how Marquez was gonna not be able to tactically uh, do his thing unless he got caught with a big punch. Um, the only major improvements I saw as far as Pacquiao, and I wouldn't even say major, but uh, and as far as his right hand goes, he's supposed to be this two-handed puncher with a tremendous right hand now. He does have power in that right hand, but the only way he sets it up is with a check right hook. He can only throw that right hook over the top of Marquez's left jab. He did it a few times. It was a good punch. Um, it wasn't as frequent as it, should have been, and that's all he has. And as far as his right hand, he doesn't throw the right hook to the body, and he doesn't throw the right uppercut. So um, Marquez had real no trouble adjusting to what Pacquiao was doing. His unpredictability stems from what he does with his feet. You don't know when he's going to come in. He has a hard rhythm to time when coming in or taking certain angles with his feet. But keep in mind, he's coming in with the same repertoire of weapons: jab, jab, left hand, as far as the basic go, or jab, left hand. The most deadly thing Marquez does is take that step back, not take the step forward. Uncharacteristic for a Mexican, Marquez is not dumb. He's gonna be a thinker in there. He's not gonna just try to be there and macho, put his hands up and try to be all brute. Pacquiao will pick you apart. He takes that step back and counters. As far as the commentating goes for HBO, it's super annoying. You have uh, Emmanuel Stewart talking about how strong and fast and balanced Manny is before the fight's even going, and then he does it throughout the fight. And I don't want to pick on Pacquiao. I mean, he does that during the Mayweather Mosley fight too. It's getting on my nerves. Like, he's judging Mayweather's success before he does anything successful. He's talking about, oh, he looks so strong and so coordinated. And I mean, he is more coordinated than Mosley, but damn, watch the fight first before you just start talking about how well somebody's doing before they start doing well. And I disagree with what he was saying. I mean, okay, fine, Pacquiao stronger. Yeah, he's more powerful. Yeah, he's faster. But Marquez clearly has superior timing and superior skill. Those things were being neutralized. Um, I mean, I don't know why somebody like Stewart is not putting an emphasis on timing and skills as opposed to speed and power. Uh, it didn't. I mean, didn't do shit for him. I mean, he still got his ass whooped. Um, as far as balance goes, Pacquiao has great balance when it comes to punching power. He uh, he has a good punch, and he keeps that weight on the back foot, and he shifts his weight very well for the left hand and for the right hook. He has good power in both hands, and his balance gives testimony to that. In terms of punching, in terms of stance and defense and clearing up, his balance is terrible. After he throws his left hand, he crosses his feet, he turns into a conventional fighter and has to switch his feet back to southpaw. His feet leave the ground sometimes. He gets countered. He's gotten better with it, and throughout the years, but he's still off balance after he throws punches. The punches are powerful. He's off balance after he throws them. So as far as balance goes, he doesn't have great balance overall. He just has good balance that complements power. But in terms of everything else, I don't think his balance is that good at all. I think it's actually a flaw. One thing that I really want to point out is Letterman, David Letterman. I hate the fact that he takes he makes the categories for scoring a fight open so much to interpretation. Um, Effective aggression, what is that? He says he's basically saying that because Pacquiao is the aggressor, he should be given points or the benefit of the doubt based off of effective aggression. Being the aggressor is not the same as having success uh, uh, effectively with aggression. Muhammad Ali was never the aggressor in any kind of his fights. Okay, that doesn't mean that he loses the effective aggression battle to his opponents. Okay, with Frazier, yes, but everybody else who was the aggressor in all his other 60 fights or whatever like that, they didn't have effective aggression. They had aggression, but not effective aggression. If anybody had effective aggression, it was Marquez. He was taking Pacquiao's aggression and using it against him with his own aggression, which is counterpunching. Uh, Defense, again, Letterman based it off the fact that Marquez had a puffier face, I guess, than Pacquiao, even though Pacquiao was bleeding. That's stupid. The durability of one's face has nothing to do. There's no correlation between that and your defense. Marquez was making him miss, uh, slipping punches, blocking punches. Um, and Pacquiao was not getting out the way of combinations. So I don't know how you give defense to Pacquiao. So defense goes to Marquez. Clean and effective punches. Marquez. I mean, come on, seriously. Pacquiao wasn't even throwing body punches. Marquez was timing up his jab with the left hook to the body, left hook to the body with the left uppercut, right uppercut. Well timed punches that were connecting. he had the clean and effective punches, the ones that played on the highlight reel after the end of each round and landed, solid, solid. I mean, I can't wait to see the highlights by HBO and what they nitpick and choose to put on there. What else? Oh yeah, and then ring generalship. As far as ring generalship, though both those fighters prefer to be in the center of the ring. Uh, Pacquiao needs a room to do his crazy ass foot movement, so he likes to be in the center of the ring, which you know, again, that favors a technician who wants to work in the middle of the ring and be technical and do surgery. So they both wanted to be in the center of the ring, so I don't see an advantage in terms of ring generalship. But again, if I would reward it to anybody, I have to reward it to Marquez because if Pacquiao is the aggressor, then he needs to be cutting off the ring. He didn't. He let Marquez stay in the majority of the fight in the center of the ring. Marquez was where he wanted to be. He had plenty of space to take that step back and counter. Um, the one thing I like to point out about this fight is that it confirms my belief that the Shane Mosley and Clottey fight was fake. I don't see how Shane Mosley wasn't able to take uh, Pacquiao's punches, and he gets knocked down and is in awe, standing there with a blank face, looking stupid before he gets up. Uh, but Marquez can take the punches. Oh, and Clottey got hit so hard that he goes into a shell the whole fight. That shit is super fake. Okay, if Derek Jeter and Barry Bonds juiced up together and took a bat to Shane Mosley's head, Shane Mosley wouldn't even flinch or know what was going on. That's what kind of a chin that Mosley had. It's really hard to hurt Mosley. Um, the fact that he can't take uh, Pacquiao's strange and different power, and Marquez was eating them like M&Ms. That doesn't make any sense. Clottey just had his first fight recently in like since that shit in Dallas. That was fake. And so was the Shane Mosley fight. Both fake. Both got paid under the table. Um, Lastly, do we really need to see a Mayweather fight? We all know what's going to happen, whether you like to admit it or not. Styles make fights. Well, yeah, Styles make fights, but look at what Style gave Pacquiao problems. He has trouble with counterpunching, jabs, tactical adjustments, versatility, counter right hands, defense, slick defense. The list goes on and on. Everything that Marquez gave Pacquiao trouble with, Floyd has either perfected those things or yeah, he's mastered those things. And on top of that, he's bigger, stronger, faster, a better timing. I only want to see the fight in regards to how people will react to it. That's going to be funny to me. I want to see that. I already know the outcome. Oh yeah, and plus the betting. I don't know why. Easy money. People at my job when I bet me on this fight. I'm about to make money off that. Buy some more Jordans. Um, so those are my thoughts on it. You guys can tell me what you guys think. Have a happy Thanksgiving in case I don't make another video between now and then. Leave your comments below. Again, it's glad to be back. I miss you guys. Keep on making the videos. Joe Club 15 signing out. Peace.